Yo, this is a scene for Septa the Island Man, a Werewolf the Apocalypse game set in San Diego. So, Petra is walking about with Veronica.
What you know is Veronica's in a super good mood. A lot better. None of that anger.
Just blink. The hell happened to you?
She goes over that the curse has been lifted, and then Pack links that she got some of her anger out on Knox.
Does she go into details in the Pack links?
That's up to the Pack if they want the details.
I mean, you could individually give it to him.
Yeah. She also goes over information she found out that's serious. That she'll go over with the family.
Yes, definitely, because that's his grandmother, actually.
Yeah. So she only tells him one-on-one. Because before the wedding, and she says, "I'll tell the rest of the Pack afterwards." But since this is your family, and she goes over in details, but she uses beast speech.
Yeah. And he just starts howling in laughter at the spoons. And then he just yells out, "He ran out of spoons!"
I don't think they can use those spoons anymore.
To shake his head, I don't think so either.
But
we have to go to Egypt soon and put his paw on her nose. His hand goes to her nose. Can we please go to Egypt soon, please?
Yes, we can. But Knox wanted to be kept alive in exchange for information. He knew who killed Tolia Petrova's family.
His face goes sad, and he looks down.
That kinfolk sister I had and let him in. She's not alive anymore.
Oh, good. No, I would have killed her if not.
Dev killed her.
His brows go up. We?
She overstepped her boundaries and insulted his mates.
Oh my.
And quote what was described of those two yesterday through Cat. Just exclusively speaks in Cat, so there's no eavesdropping.
Right. No!
While making sure nobody's around.
Jesus Christ, if he could manifest tea, he would. Whenever, by the way, you two want to show up, you can. They're just walking.
Okay. And, yeah, so I'll tell the rest of the Pack that, but since that's your family, I'm telling you that now.
I can definitely see why you want to wait until after the wedding and honeymoon.
Yeah. My father knows about it, and Dev knows about it, so they'll more likely be telling the rest.
So tell me.
It would be a lot better.
About that moment, Zhongli, backwards compatibility, will be walking around the Cairn proper, coming in. He is currently dressed in a shabby-looking suit, so something that you would expect a Glasswalker to wear, but most definitely not something you'd be expecting a Glasswalker to wear in that condition. Prominently displayed on his side is a large 357 Magnum, and then on the other side of his body, you notice that he has his knife currently holstered as well.
Petra looks like he could squee for a reason that's really stupid.
Veronica looks over at the newcomer.
Yeah, his eyes light up and he wiggles and he whispers something into Veronica's ear.
What does he whisper?
I'm going to send it to you and you're going to die.
Also, can people send Spirit Heritage scent outside the Umbra?
Yeah, you can.
She just takes a whiff and smells electricity on him. Looks over. Backwards compatible just with Veronica because she has a...
In cat speech. It's not bad, by the way. Matt. The cat is looking at Zhongli very happily.
But John Lee, what you notice with Veronica with her spirit heritage, you get the scent of ozone, like a storm coming in, as well as a small faint of scent of cat.
Petra will kind of inch closer to him and sniff, very cat-like, and he purrs and chirps. Petra, by the way, is a little fellow. He's only about 5'2" or so, and he's very thin. Not so thin that it's like frightening, but he's a little dark, kind of. It's really hard to place. Little fellow. He's a shadow cat, and he kind of looks like a shadow cat, even in Hamid.
Hello there.
He'll chirp at him and smile. Hello.
As I'm the newcomer, let me introduce myself. Yu Zhong Li, child of Cockroach, Hamid No Moon, and you can call me Backwards Compatibility.
I am Petra Nix. I was born on 2 legs during the night, and I am a Tekmet. That is a clear to you wolves. I'm Bubasti.
Veronica looks over. Veronica Nix strikes with lightning, Stormborn, Queen of Cats, Foster of the Nation, Shadow Lord, Galliard, born on 2 legs.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Strikes with Lightning.
There's somebody who's watching them.
I don't have a deep name. I'll look at Veronica.
We can get you one.
I think I need my grandfather to give it to me.
He's
Would you
working on
pretty please bat your eyelashes at him? Ask him to give me a deed name.
He's been working on one, believe it or not.
He chirps. He'll scratch his nose. You won't be offended if after tomorrow I don't call you grandmother, right?
No.
I didn't think so. But my machinations have worked, and now we're going to be related. He just lights up and wiggles.
Our congratulations in order,
Indeed.
Strikes with Lightning, Raya.
She's marrying my grandfather.
Thank you.
I wanted to be related to her, and so I put her on to him, and it worked. He looks so proud of himself because that's actually what happened.
It would seem that there's a lot of marriages going on lately, different unions and bonding.
Well, it's understandable because Garu have been given more agency, and he'll tap his lip. We are also coming into spring.
Veronica just lounges.
It is natural. It's the way of things. But with Garu being given more freedom and agency to marry whom they wish, not only are those who have not had the chance to marry before going to marry, but those who would have otherwise, those who may have been shy to pull the gun. That's not the thing. The trigger. Nod.
An interesting notion.
Now, oddly enough, I actually am not getting married. Quite mated, but not getting married.
Marriage and mating. Rituals nonetheless.
He'll shrug. I'm just happy where I am. He looks at Veronica. I'm still trying to figure out how. He'll just shake his head and shrug. I just don't know how. Don't know how that happened.
She just shrugs.
He holds his hands up. I'm lost.
And Veronica, out of game, has mentioned to him that it's up to him if he wishes to keep the title till the week ends or not.
Oh, and he's going to.
I know. Out of game, it would probably be better because of the honeymoon.
I know. What I want to know, and he'll put his hand on Veronica's nose, is what is going on with Hawaii?
That still needs to be figured out, along with some other things.
I'm saying that I have the privilege of being able to look into that as much as I damn well please. If you go back, you could die. Did you hear about that, Zhongli? We'll say that. Or do you prefer me to call you backwards compatibility?
You are free to call me whichever you deem necessary. We aren't in a place around the flock presently.
He'll nod. He'll tap Veronica like you tell him. Tap, 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 tap.
There's a situation in Hawaii when someone else got married that 5 Karens have fallen.
Just 3. The world's very...
3 Karens have fallen, all from Rokia attack, coordinated with Black Spirals. There was a situation where the Garu there were not coordinating with the Farah.
Coordination. That seems to be a theme happening lately.
I think that this was just also a situation of cooperation falling to the wayside. The Garu were warned.
And they did nothing.
I'll nod.
You speak of the Garu being warned. I take it that you are not one of them?
We weren't there at the time. When we went to Hawaii, a Karen, its totem spirit, spent the rest of its energy sending out a distress signal. And when we came to it, we'll shake his head. All were lost. Even the spirals. The Rokea wiped out all of the Garu across the Hawaiian Islands. And then the spirals had helped them do it. So, as of right now, there are no Garu in the Hawaiian Islands, and their Karens lay open.
Well, then it sounds like that someone needs to go forth and find out what's happening there.
We already
currently.
We already have, but the complication in this situation is that the Rokea have made it very clear that if any Garu try to take control of those seps again, they're just going to kill them. And the Farah have agreed to stand by.
Well, then the Karens are guarded because there are Farah present.
I'll nod.
Makes me wonder if people could talk to the Rokia by California and they would view us different than the ones in Hawaii.
Possibly. But that requires finding a Rokea here in Hawaii.
Or California.
He'll shake his head at California, sorry.
Forgive my ignorance, strikes with lightning, Raya, but I am unfamiliar with this term, Rokea.
Mm.
It is the name the were-sharks call themselves.
Were-sharks.
This guy walks up and he's like, wait. There's more than just werewolves?
Oh my god.
He was standing over there watching.
Yeah, Petra just looks at him like offended, damn near. Are you a cub?
That's what I've been told I am.
She says in cat, it gets worse.
He looks at Veronica like just hold me back.
It's like smirks.
Oh my god, yes, Karen, there are more than just werewolves. He'll say to her. Or he'll say to him, there are where sharks and where foxes and where cats like me and where bears, and this is why nobody is doing anything about the werewolves in Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
You're a cub, so you can get away with not knowing that right now, but now you know.
The curiosity of cubs. It's always a unique event.
He growls.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I'm Calyx Vlahos. Nice to meet you guys. This is
Wow. Are you Greek? We'll put two like fingers small together.
He nods. By the way, when he wouldn't have to roll for any of this, would he? For knowing Calyx's name?
No.
As soon as he says Calyx Vlahos, you know that this is a cub that tried to steal from a very, very, very important Glasswalker elder, his Grandclave. He's just smiling.
Hi. My name is Yu Jong Lee, backwards compatibility. Child of Cockroach, Hamid, Cleath, No Moon.
No moon. That means you're a Ragabash, right? Like me? He points to himself.
Petra just says it's a Ragabash.
That would be correct, though I believe the phrase "like me" is perhaps misleading.
Yeah, because you're like a higher rank, so it would be more like you. He smiles.
That also would be misleading, he says, putting his hands on Calyx's shoulders in the first time anyone's ever probably seen him touch another living soul so far. Because you are you.
I thought it was because you were going to say because he's white.
He shakes his head.
One of the best lessons I can pass on to the next generation is this small piece of wisdom. We are all unique, different, beautiful, dumb snowflakes.
At least I'm not the only dumb snowflake. He's smiling. He's just has the shit-eating grin.
Petra whispers. Yeah, Petra whispered, see, it is because you're white.
And the wisdom has already seeped into your brain.
By osmosis.
You know a big word!
I'm not an idiot.
The tales perhaps would say that you are you are definitely a Ragabash. Yes.
That's what I've been told. He's just shaking his head like, I don't know.
So perhaps you can answer the riddle that you have just posed. How can you be a Ragabash and not be an idiot? We are, after all, fools.
He starts chattering at Veronica and Kat.
Just because you're a fool doesn't mean that you're an idiot. You just brighten people's day, he shrugs.
But if perhaps perception equals the reality that we see around us, and our actions speak so loudly, maybe it is a good thing that we are, as one might say, an idiot. After all, an idiot is the one who can brighten everyone's day.
You know what? I'm totally an idiot then. He just grins.
Oh God! Petra just face palms after finishing chirping at Veronica and looks at her like points like you lifts a hand at Calix like you see.
And she chirps back. She fluently speaks in cat right back to him.
Oh, he shakes his head and just rests his head against her shoulder.
Oh, he's enjoyed that they keep talking the same language.
Mm.
So, my young cub,
Question. Petra tilts his head to the side. Calix, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Where does the moon go during a solar eclipse?
He just rubs the bridge of his nose, and he's like, a solar eclipse. The moon is in front of the sun.
Thank God.
Like I said, I'm not an idiot. I don't understand this. And he just does this big arm.
Nobody understands this. That's why you dogs are all doomed.
Veronica just looks at him.
I'm sorry, you wolves. Are you happy?
She just smirks.
This is why the War of Rage happened, okay? Just look at her, like point blank.
I think it also. She just chirps back to it. I think it also happens because I wasn't there to end those dogs.
Oh God!
As she just makes it clear that the other ones are inferior to her.
He hugs her arm and chirps. You're too good to me.
Calix just kind of smiles at her and says, "You're kind of intimidating, aren't you?"
She just chirps at Petra like Nox couldn't say the same thing. Most would say I am very making a very good impression.
She has a way with people.
you are a child of Grandfather Thunder.
Yes.
Literally, I think sometimes.
They say I represent some of his more terrifying aspects.
He has others?
You know, storms, there's rain as well as thunder and lightning.
They do bring life, that is true.
Rain can also drown as much as it can bring life.
I really like the way the sky parties.
She tells Petra, Nox learned, in cat talk, Nox learned lightning could bring life too.
Petra looks at us like he so ran out of spoons. And Hamid will just say he so ran out of spoons.
I think they're going to need to get more.
He'll lick his chops. I'm just going to point out that nowhere in the litany does it say I can't eat him. Besides, I only follow your Garu litany out of respect. Ours has no language whatsoever about eating the flesh. You know what? I'm just going to shut up and I'll shake his head. Calix.
Yes?
Have you met my grandfather? Not the cat one, the wolf one.
No. Who's your grandfather? He just smiles.
He gets a Cheshire cat grin and looks up at Veronica. You know how you're a cub?
Nods.
He's on the other end.
He does this mental thought process, and he's like, oh, so kind of like when I talk to the High King.
No, he is of higher station than the High. No, well, okay, he made it first, but whatever. He is technically not of higher station than the High King, but he was for a while. And then the High King became of his station. think. He'll blink. Yes. He is the greatest rite master in the nation, though.
Oh wow. I don't really understand this ranking thing, but it's interesting.
That's why I was asking if you've met him. He's good at explaining things to the young ones in ways that make sense.
Maybe I should see him then. He smiles.
At some point. Maybe not right now.
Just make sure you're an empty cup.
It blinks. I like that saying. He'll tug on Veronica.
She looks over.
Don't we have to go soon?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, trips. If you want to find my grandfather, he is near his territory. Nama. Petra's going to leave with Veronica, so I have to bring in another character. That's fine.
Yep.
And
Out of game.
I know you said you told you in a while and you want to.
Out of game. You guys have a good day.
Yeah,
You
Petra.
do the same.
Petra will tug on her. And I'll say, we have to go. We have to meet Lucas Rose. Come on.
And they get going.
Yes. So he would have pointed him in the direction of his grandfather. I know you said you wanted to play with Talia recently.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to
Yeah.
give you the chance. And he went that way. I'll say he's that way.
Can you go with me? I mean, you're a glass walker, right? That's what I heard.
He's talking to Jean, by the way.
Yeah, he's just staring at him blankly.
I feel like I may do something stupid. I did steal a Grand Clave at one point.
I heard it was attempt. He says, beginning to walk with Calyx.
I could have got away with it if I knew that a Nyx's Bangle didn't completely make you invisible.
You could have gotten away with it if you learned to not rely so much on trinkets. Even holy ones.
True.
After all, wolves can stalk their prey without being seen or spotted, and they don't have anything nearly as potent as what you brought to that situation, it would seem.
I was just kind of trying to get attention.
But then why even try to do it sneakily at all? Why not just walk up and ask for it?
You know what? I'll do that next time.
It'll draw more attention. If you're seeking the route to praise or scorn, the direct route tends to be the best one.
Be more direct. Got it.
If you're looking to go unnoticed and have a greater impact, walk a circle. And if you're looking to die, you could walk in a spiral.
If you walk in a spiral, you tend to get dizzy, so I don't really want to do that.
And that's why I think they dance it, he says with a half smile.
Why would you want to dance in... I don't... Okay.
So as your characters approach, you notice that there is a fellow standing there. It takes a minute to process it all, because there's a lot going on here. First off, he's very tall. He stands about in the 7'2", 3'4" range. Very broad, but not. He's broad, and yet he still has that aliveness to him. his hair is the first remarkable thing that kind of catches your eye, and it's that it flows all the way down to the floor. Like it's bound up, it's just a little bit above his ankles. And it's tied up right now. And he is covered, absolutely covered in tattoos and piercings. He's wearing a pair of blue jeans and boots and a black tank top for the now. And he's working on something. He's tying something up into a tree on a branch, like a little trinket, basically. He's just standing there. He does have a grand clave on his hip, like a scabbard. And he's got a messenger bag hanging off of his body, like a leather messenger bag. And he's just hanging up the trinket.
Calyx nonchalantly walks up to him.
I'll look down to him.
Behind Calyx. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, please go on. I really quickly want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying behind Calyx, Yu Jung Lee goes into a low bow. Yu Jong Lee, Child of Cockroach, No Moon, Hamid Kliath. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Hello. I am Toya Petrova, known as Soul of Mountains to the people, regarded as a legend. I was born on 2 legs under the gibbous moon, and I am currently of the Solar Fang.
Soul of Mountain Raya, we humbly request some of your time. He says, giving a side look to Calyx.
Hold on. He'll finish hanging up what he's hanging. It looks to be he'll explain, he'll kind of point at it, and he says, I'm just cleansing some vessels or fetishes. And he'll step back.
Is there handcuffs, ropes, and all that jazz? He just looks over.
His brows go up.
What, you said fetishes?
I don't think it's probably the best idea for you and I to discuss my fetishes upon first meeting.
He blinks.
But I'm talking about the tools of our people. You must be a cub.
Yeah, I'm Calyx Lajos. Nice to meet you. Does this 2-fingered salute to him? By the way, am I supposed to bow? He points to Yu Jong Lee.
I think that whatever form of respect you wish to show is what you should show. I can't tell you how to behave.
He just smiles really big at him. Well, I always give a 2-fingered salute to people I like.
I'll give it back. And what can I do for you two today?
Can I hold that Grand Clave?
I'm sorry? Come again?
Can I hold that Grand Clave?
You want to hold my Grand Clave?
Yeah, can I? He just smiles over at Yu Jong Lee.
Thanks. Anya
It
has
is a courageous request.
been in my family since before the fall of the Russian Empire.
That's awesome. Can I hold it?
He blinks and he'll undo the peace tie, and he'll grip the hilt, and he'll pull it up. He'll connect with the spirit and commune with it for a moment, and then he'll say, "If I hand you this blade, I trust you to neither take it for any length of time unbecoming or disrespect the spirits within.
He smiles and nods.
And he'll pass it over reverently.
He holds on to it and he's like, "That's so cool."
I suppose it is.
You know, this makes me think of like Cloudstrife's Buster Sword. Like,
Oh my god.
do you ever do like a final move with it, like Omni Slash?
No. I tend
You
to,
don't-
if the blade comes out, use it as little and gingerly as possible. I prefer not to kill my enemies. I prefer not to have enemies.
But you have to have used it because it's like a sword.
Of course I've used it. He'll take it back. Not actually, but he'll take it back now. And put it back in its sheath.
He'll hand it back.
He does nick his palm with
He'll
it before he
say-
puts it back. He does cut his hand with it and and put it back in.
He blinks at that.
I can't draw it without it drawing blood. It's the spirit's request of me.
And it's a good lesson as well.
Will not.
Calyx. One should never draw a weapon unless one is willing, ready, and able to draw blood. And that's why we shouldn't be drawing our weapons as frequently as we tend to.
He nods.
Thank you for your time, Soul of Mountain Raya. I had brought this cub here seeking to perhaps have a bit of your wisdom. What is the phrase, rub off?
Of course. Is there something specific you needed to know? Outside of the cup?
He thinks. I don't really think there was anything specific. I was just told to come to talk to you. But I have a lot of questions.
Ask me 3.
Okay.
Choose carefully.
What does it mean that my father is Prometheus? He blinks.
Probably means that. Was your mother Garu?
I don't know.
Is she? Okay. Garu are as much spirit as they are beings of flesh. And spirits can. He'll ponder how to word it a moment. Spirits can pass on their blessings through the very blood of our people. My sons, for instance, 2 of them, when my mate was pregnant with them, she almost died. She was very ill for quite some time. And when my sons were born, they were born with the heritage of death, because death was so close to her while she was pregnant. And sometimes people literally mate with the spirits in the Umbra, or the spirits will manifest into our world, the Tellurian. So what it means, especially if your blood is very strong, is that either your mother or grandmother went into the Umbra and took Prometheus as a mate, or he manifested in the Tellurian and mated with them. The beta of the Sept, not the beta, the former beta, his mother was a manifestation of the goddess Freya. His blood, his spirit heritage is as strong as yours. And then, for instance, the Den Father, he was chosen by Coyote. And because of his influence on him, it drew his spiritual potency up. Although Coyote never strongly made it into his blood, although Jesse does have the blood of Nuisha in his family, he has strong spiritual connection. And he'll smile.
Okay. He chews his lip.
Number 2.
Okay. Well, I heard that you're like a rite master or whatever. Like,
Well, not.
what exactly are rites?
Garu have 2 forms of magic, for the most part. Gifts and rites. Rites are like spells, as gifts are more like magical abilities taught to us by the spirits. With rites, you have to stop, perform a ritual. There is step and technique to it. I have learned all of the rites of the Garu Nation, and some that have been lost or forgotten, and I have created several. I can teach you a very simple rite, actually.
Oh, he smiles really big.
Of course, there are some rites that are quite simple to learn and are done every day as one would pray. Just little devotionals that help you. Would you like to learn one?
I would.
I'll think for a moment and kind of consider a good minor rite to teach. And he'll look at Zhongli and he'll say, would you like to learn one too?
I would be vastly in your debt,
Oh.
Soul of the Mountain Raya.
Please don't consider me. Don't consider it debt. I'm more than happy to do it. If anything, I consider myself in debt to the Garu Nation for the privilege it's granted me to even help shake his head. I think one of the simplest and easiest rites to learn is that of clearing the mind and focusing on Gaia. He notices Aiden is nearby, if it's okay, because I see you there. Ritual. We're by Tolya's, where he does rituals, like his ritual area. He'll motion Aiden to join too.
Okay, over.
He'll say, "I'm going to teach the rite of Gaia's, the breath of Gaia. Would you like to learn it?"
Sure.
And so he'll tie his hair up in a more ponytail, like double it over, and he'll sit down and he'll say, "Please sit down or rest however you find relaxation." And he'll just cross his legs.
Adrian will sit down.
Backwards, will sit cross-legged.
Mhm.
Yeah. Calyx will sit cross-legged too.
So he'll gently explain to them. He'll kind of he'll lead them through basically almost like the beginning of guided meditation. He'll just instruct them to very gently slow their breathing down, to be mindful of the air pulling into their lungs and into the air leaving. Then he'll tell them to turn their thoughts towards what their representation of Gaia is, as she is different, he explains in his belief, to everyone else. And to allow that thought to take center in their minds. And then he'll tell them to take 13 very deep, just thoughtful breaths while focusing on Gaia. And he'll breathe in and breathe out, and breathe in and breathe out 13 times. And he'll tell them, if you do this every day for a month, you will find it easier to heal. It's just a very simple ritual. There are others. Every morning I perform greeting of the sun. At night I greet the moon. Just little things. But to answer your question, Calyx, after he breaks and kind of passes on the right. Again, rituals are like spells of our people.
So gifts are like instant cast, and rites are like ones that take a duration. You can tell he's relating it to video games.
Not quite, but it's not a bad analogy for now. It'll give you a loose foundation that you can build on later.
He nods.
Third question.
He looks down, and he then looks up and he says, "What's my purpose as a Ragabash? I know it's to ask questions, but..."
Just as every other path in life, I can't tell you that. I can tell you what the role of a Ragabash is, but you're going to have to find your purpose in it. Is that more what you wish to know? What is the role of the Ragabash?
He thinks.
Because I truly cannot tell you your purpose. His brow furrows. I do want to know the role of a Ragabash, but is that even important? If you feel it is. It may be important to me, but not important to you.
Huh.
The way that I see Ragabash is that they are the light bringers. They are the ones who bring wisdom in the way that they question. They question tradition in order to challenge it, to find the choice path. They are the scouts and those that have means to be cunning and clever. They're often given a greater measure of flexibility in their fluidity. There's just more opportunity for them.
I know you told me only 3 questions, but
I'll shrug. Keep going.
I heard of this term, and I don't know exactly what it is, but people keep warning me about it.
What's that?
What is the Weaver?
The Weaver that's such a complex question. All of these questions are so complex. So when I answer them, understand that I am answering through my filter.
He nods.
As I am a legend among the people in a Galliard, I feel that I am an authority to speak on such matters. But it's up to you as to whether you listen or not. The Weaver is the manifestation of order, structure, that which gives shape. And some equate the Weaver to technology and advancement. I don't think it's that simple. Those are abstracts that are far more, they're not that nebulous. And people try to boil them down to this simple, I think because we're such dual creatures of both wolf and man, that sometimes we can be we crave black and white and prefer to find safety in absolutes. So it's very easy to attack the Weaver as sometimes even our secret enemy. But unfortunately, that's not the case. The Weaver, yes, trapped the worm in her webs. But I don't think myself that is literal. I think that it's mythology. And that on some level, to a spiritual essence, it plays out in some cosmic symphony. But it's more a reflection of humanity's desperation to find security in structure. And he'll smile softly. Did that answer your question or only make more? I have a feeling it made more.
It made more, but
Shrug. I have all day.
what is the worm?
The worm is the spirit of destruction is often used as the term. I don't like it. It is the unmaking. It is the breaking down, decay. A lot of people falsely say that the worm is a source of entropy. I don't think they understand what the word entropy means in that case.
He nods.
But the worm, the weaver, and the wild are the triad. They are a source of they are the balance, the tapestry that creates, sustain, and breaks apart life. When one aspect of it is out of balance, life is imbalanced. And I think that where we are as a creature is that there is much unbalance right now. But these things have a way of righting themselves.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but if the Weaver is order and like the worm is like destruction, like he does this hand wave, then the wild would be kind of like chaos, right?
Yes, that is one way to interpret it. It is primordial creation, almost like the unbridled life force. Unfortunately, in that, it can either be a source of life or a source of death. Think of cancer. I know people often equate cancer to the worm, but if you think about it, cancer is actually more similar to the wild. It is life unbridled and ever growing with no structure or purpose. And eventually it will kill the host. Normally. Sometimes there are cancers that can be survived, but I think you understand my point.
No, it makes sense. You have rapid growth, you have destruction, and then you have the balance.
Mm-hmm. And the problem is as of right now, things are unbalanced. But first off, no one can really put a finger on when things became unbalanced. Some would say when humans took their first breath. I don't tend to be that disparaging towards humanity. Some would say that it's something that is just inevitable, that it in and of itself is a cycle. Humanity is born, rises, and falls. Species are born, rise, and fall. Is humanity just in its period of destruction? We were once naked apes in the woods. We came down from the trees. We learned, grew. We grew societies. We drew together. We created art, humanities, culture. We achieved great things. We went beyond our world. Stood on the moon. I'll shrug softly. Where do we go after that?
This is the era of the Weaver, and soon will be the era of the Worm.
That's what I think. And I think that it's inevitable and that there is really nothing to do about it. It's as much a fact as breathing or dying or taxes. What is due will always be taken. And to fall out of that natural order is, what's the point of living? I'll shrug.
Huh. Sorry I'm taking up a lot of your time. He smiles really big.
Sure. You're not bothering me.
You asked earlier, what is the purpose of a no moon?
Of Ragabash, yeah.
One of the things that was brought up is that we question tradition, but we also question interpretations, ideas, thoughts. The idea of a wheel, a cycle, that's accepted by some. Others have certain ideas about linear time. I question both. I think sometimes we get caught up in the idea of everything moving forward. And in doing so, we forget many of the secrets of the past. Because in the past, there is power. And I believe in that there is a way to avert cycles, change cycles, modify cycles, and that nothing is truly fixed.
You make your own path.
I believe in our own way, we all do.
I like that.
He'll look over at Toya Petrova and nod his head slightly.
Smile at him. There was wisdom in your words. Much of it. I, as a right master, my life's work has been to preserve the past. So I often find myself a time traveler. He'll look to Aiden.
Aiden will turn to him. Smile. Then smile. Yes?
Yeah, he just smiles at him. He just more wanted to make sure he felt included. He wasn't being ignored.
Just smile. I'm just listening.
Do you have any questions?
Not as of now.
I'll smile.
Anyways, I think you're a cool dude, Tolia.
His jaw drops.
Have you seen the size of him? He's like 2 cool dudes.
He blushes.
He could be 3 cool dudes. I mean, look at my height compared to his.
I am 3 cool dudes stacked and shake his head. He actually gets shy and kind of just tucks his head on his arms. Like
What? You're awesome. And he holds out his hand for a fist bump.
he provides fist bump with explosion. He says he whispers. He slips an arm into the bag and just vanishes. Just gone. Bag hits the floor.
What the hell? He looks into the bag.
He looks into the bag. Okay. So he looks into the bag And a Tyrannosaurus Rex looks up at him.
He screams and runs back.
When you dropped the bag, you left the flap open, and he sees like a puff of hot air come out of the bag and a deep, like rumbling, growly sound. And the bag kind of shakes as Susie kind of tries to nose her way out of it, and kind of bounces.
Calyx is whimpering.
Lesson 2, Calyx. Remember what I told you about the direct route will draw the greatest amount of attention? Fair warning, I didn't mention what attention you would get.
I'm gonna die.
Doyle will peek out for a moment to check and see if people are done complimenting him.
Nope, you just see a Calyx hold up, shaking.
Okay, he looks done complimenting him. He'll crawl out and sit back down, put the bag back on. He's like hiding behind his hair. He'll draw his knees up to his chest and rest his chin on his knees.
Aiden will get up. Go to Calyx. You're not gonna die. You're a cop. That means it's not only the Dan parents' job, but pretty much everybody's job here to protect you.
Oh, I'm not going to feed you to my Tyrannosaurus Rex. She just gets really picky about who comes in the bag.
I was just wondering where you went.
I went into my bag.
There's like a whole place down there.
It's bigger than most people realize. The bag opens into my study, but it's actually a plane.
I don't think I'm gonna ever understand.
Probably not. I have been a Garu my entire life. I was born into a legend, and I still find myself learning things every day. Well, not.
All of a sudden, he lights up, and he's like, "Wait a second. You own a T-Rex. How do I own a T-Rex?"
No. He just shakes his head. No. This is not like getting a cheetah. Okay. They brought back a T-Rex for me from Pangea. My T-Rex is trying to eat it.
What's a Pangea? He just is grinning.
It's an umbral realm of the primeval world.
Oh man. He looks at everybody.
This isn't the land before time, Littlefoot. We're not going to the promised land. We're not going to the Great Valley.
When you are older, there's a high possibility of taking an Aisling into the Umbra and seeking out your path. But until then, young cub, I am not capable of felling a T-Rex today.
No.
You know, I did go into that near Umbra, so there's different levels of the Umbra and there are different worlds. Like the hell?
Different realms of the Umbra. It's like a bed. Our reality. Different layers.
I have a analogy I believe the young one can understand. I saw this on one of those boxes.
This one do priceless.
It is like an onion.
He smiles. I'm like an onion. Many layers, Donkey. Many layers.
The young ones seem to appreciate that particular movie.
He's resting his forehead against his knees. I want you to do something. I want you to go to either Devlin or His Majesty, and I want you to ask them about the Jets. It's not.
The sports team?
The sports team.
They fucking suck.
You should ask them about them. They do it when they're together. Just find. They're often hanging out together. Just find them and ask them what they think about the Jets.
And then as soon as they tell you their answer, you should probably question.
Question it.
Question their answer.
You are, after all, training to be a no moon.
Question everything.
Loudly.
Or not.
I don't think this one will have trouble doing it loudly. Just mouth.
He grins.
So, Nasir will see these fucking people gathered, and his curious ass is gonna walk up. And he's one of his favorite people anyway.
So Tolia, when he sees him, he's sitting down with his knees drawn up to his chest. Apparently somebody embarrassed him. And he's in flutter mode at the moment.
Aww.
He'll open his arms to him.
He'll just walk through everybody to get to Tolia and settle himself in his arms.
A cuddle time.
Cuddle.
Young Calyx, it has been a pleasure going on this journey of intellectual understanding with you. However, I need to take my leave. Aiden?
Tolia will look to Asir and say, "Ooh, maybe Hungry doesn't."
It was good to you again.
He will turn to the newcomer. Yu Jong Lee. Backwards compatibility, child of cockroach, no moon. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
He'll smile. I'm Hand of the Seer. I am an Athro of no tribe.
Asiraya.
Paradox.
Asiraya. Mountain Raya. I again appreciate your time. I need to make my leave.
Bye.
He'll wave slightly and go walking off. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you for the scene.
Of course.
So, peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Toya will look at Calyx and he'll say, Hand of Asir is the one I was telling you about, who is Freya's son.
Oh, dude.
Oh, grin. You were talking about me?
Oh, so it's not. The blush.
Aww. I'll stroke his cheek.
Wow.
He looks between them.
He looks over at Calyx. Yes, I am son of Freya.
Dude, that's awesome. Because, I was told that I'm, Prometheus's son or whatever, and I really don't understand that. But apparently you're, Freya's son, so maybe you could, help me understand this a little bit better. Tolia gave me a little bit of an answer, but I don't know.
I just wanted to know when Percy Jackson is going to join the sept.
You know, we do live right next to an ocean. The son of Poseidon could show up at any moment.
You know what to do with your puka at a game.
What do you do with my Selkie?
Yourself.
No. Lord. God. No.
So yeah.
Anyway.
Miles.
So Sir, yeah, he just laughs. And he looks at Calyx and he says, unfortunately, I was not raised by her, so I can't even begin to tell you anything, except I know that apparently my father had sex with Freya. My brother would probably be better to talk to because I was actually like there. I wasn't. Something happened. I don't know what happened. And I ended up adopted. So, talk to my brother, Jacob.
Whoa, dude, he was raised by Freya?
You can tell, Talia says. I think he's
Yeah.
in South Korea right now, but he'll be back.
Yes, he is. He is at the Olympic Games. But when he comes back, we should talk to him.
Did his skater take gold? They'll say.
I will be honest, I have not been paying attention. I have no idea. I've been busy with other things.
Calyx pulls out his phone.
Did I tell you I'm in a pack now?
Are you?
Oh, yeah. I joined a pack with Jesse and Johan. We follow Coyote.
His job. I'm so proud of you. He smiles.
Grin.
So how are you? How are you liking it?
I love it. Honestly.
Yeah, it looks like Russia won.
Yeah, he'll notice it and say, "Ooh, this girl didn't come in. She came in 11th." He is not going to be happy when he gets back.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Oh, but the pair he taught. The pair, yes, I'll say the pair that he coaches won gold.
Oh, that's good. So
Ooh.
maybe he won't be.
Yeah, he gets caught up looking at the Olympic results.
Oh, actually, wait. Oh wait, never mind. No, actually.
Yes.
So, well,
This is
I
going
was
to be
told
nice.
I need to talk to like the keeper of the land and then like the alpha about well, wanting to build a game lounge on Sept. He smiles really big.
Play his browsing lip.
He points to his phone. I've only been able to play games on my phone since I've been here, and it's killing me.
Oh my. Asir will chuckle.
Oh my god, how have you been surviving?
I haven't been living. He falls to the floor and starts crying.
Do you not have a system?
No, I literally was changed. They didn't bring anything with me. Like, my system was all at home, and now, like, I don't have anything with me, and I'm just dying.
So Asir gets up. And he goes over to Calyx. And he picks him up. And then he takes him back over to Tolia. And the three of them are going to cuddle.
Tolia will wiggle his butt as he's up. He'll pull his wallet out. He'll kind of like flip through it. This is the wrong country. No. His wallet, by the way, is an extension of the bag.
Mhm.
We'll say,
Like,
what kind of gaming system do you want?
he pulls out his wallet. His wallet is actually really full.
Oh, he's got money?
Yeah, he makes
cool.
computers.
It's like full
Oh,
money
so
you got a
you-
computer.
So go fucking shopping. Oh my god.
But I haven't really been able to leave Sept because of what I did.
Oh my god. Okay, Uncle Tolly will take you shopping.
He smiles. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, you are. Yeah, you're a cub. I keep forgetting that. The den father probably hasn't released you to go off Sept yet. He's not going to tell.
I'll talk to him.
Do you think you can convince your wife?
I think I can, yes. He'll nod. And then we'll both take him shopping.
Yay, shopping!
But Aiden, shut up. You talk so much, Tolia says to him.
He'll smile. I know, and he'll smile. Just listening for now.
But I like you, Aiden. Speak to me.
Everybody
Hear that?
likes me. He'll just
Likes
smile.
you.
Hey! Anyway, so have you caught up that, when you're in the Umbra, you're not actually on fire?
Yeah, that took me a second. Not being told that I would look like that and then seeing myself covered in flames wasn't no.
And as far as understanding, the best way I can put it to you is you're like Terra, except your father isn't. And he'll think, I forgot your father's name, but your father is Prometheus.
God. The fact that you associate me with Terra, one of my favorite Final Fantasies, just made my day. I love you, good sir. He does this kissing motion towards them.
So a really big white wolf will come trotting up. Trot, 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 trot. And he'll look at us. He'll sit down and he'll look at Asir and Tolia. He's big boy.
Calyx grins and leaps towards the big wolf and starts petting him.
He bites him. He is going to bite his hand, actually bite him.
He whimpers. Aww, but puppy.
Now he growls at him and edges into him.
That is not a puppy. There's another Garu. You need to show respect.
He kneels down and he's like, please, can I pet you, Garu?
He knocks him over and puts his teeth at the back of his neck and growls.
He lays there.
Then he gets up and sits down again. And yawns. Fucking cops. His entire demeanor is just fucking cops. And then he'll look over at Aiden and sniff, 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 sniff.
A smile. And he'll then take Lupus and like sniff.
Sniff, 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 sniff. He'll edge closer to Aiden.
And you also like get in a bowl and get closer to him.
His brow furrows. He'll nose him. He'll like nose him, and then he'll like flop flop. Tap tap tap.
He'll what?
He puts his head under his chin and like lifts his head up and like looks at him.
Yes.
And tilt his head. And then he'll curl up around him.
Oh.
He'll lay his head on his.
And he'll just like lay there, enjoy it.
His brow goes up. I haven't seen him be that nice in quite some time.
Who's that? He smiles.
It's my son. His name is Xenia. He's the warder.
It's nice to meet you, Xenia. You're cool.
Growls at him. Apparently he don't like you. He's
You're
like,
not so cool. I just want you to love me. He just kind of like buries his head.
he just lifts his head and looks at him. He goes, Ahmed, fuck it. He just goes, Ahmed. People talk at you. He looks, oh Lord. He'll look at Galix. Love is not something freely given, thus such. You want me to love you, you have to earn it. What have you done to earn my love? You haven't even earned it. He says you haven't even earned my like.
He looks hurt. He's like, I was just wanting to love the puppy version. I know.
They have been alive over 30 summers for. Shake his head. You are a cub. This is why I could never be den father. Are you looking for a mate? He'll tilt his head.
He just, his eyes go wide. He's like, no, what?
As I understand, his right hand is his mate for now.
You were really robot-y, so I couldn't hear what you said.
Oh, sorry. I'll say, as I understand, his right hand is his mate for now.
And that is a fine mate. It never argues and it always pleases.
Calyx nods.
I tend to go with my left hand, but that's more about me than you probably need to know right now.
He just shakes his head like he doesn't know what to say.
grab Aiden again and put his chin on top of his head.
Maybe we'll just enjoy it. Like, take it.
I've been told you sing.
I do.
Can you sing a song for me? It's a specific song.
Of course. Which one?
It is from. He'll furrow his brow because he's trying to think. It is from the movie. I don't know the human name for the movie. The one with the girl with the fire hair.
I'll try to think.
It is a Disney movie. And the girl has the fire hair. And I like the song where she's climbing up the mountain and she drinks the water from the waterfall.
Brave?
Yes. Aiden probably has, but I haven't seen Brave. It's the song by Jennifer Fowler. Fucking I Will Fly.
By the way, out of character, I freaking love Brave.
I know, right? But it's Touch the Sky. I'm sorry, that's the name of the song, Touch the Sky.
Okay. And he'll turn Hobbit.
Her bear brothers are adorable.
I know, right?
And wait. Guys, isn't opening up. Let me do it on my phone. And fuck it, we're nearly Sunday, so fuck it, I'll use the willpower. And that's 1, because this is 4, so that's wow, that's 7 successes with a willpower.
He smiles and listens. Though his smile is very distant. He has it's almost like a cold smile. But he does seem like he's enjoying
it. I can definitely understand that cold smile thing with what he's lived, especially with what he heard yesterday. Oh wait, it was still today, I think, for a minute. I'm not sure.
What about his mother almost dying when?
About, I mean, Aiden had heard about his mother, but he heard about Valeria maybe not wanting to see him and all that shit.
He'll, after he finishes, he'll say thank you. I do not often enjoy human music, so when I do want to hear it, consider it a treat when it is good.
It is an honor, then. I'm glad I could say it.
He goes back to Lupus and curls up. Toya will look at Calyx and will say, do you have any more questions?
No, I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go back. He bites his lip. Like, it's like he's thinking about something, but he's not gonna say it.
I'll smile.
Anyway, I'll talk to you later. And he gives a 2-finger salute to everybody and starts walking off.
Are you bringing Theo in?
Yeah.
Okay.
This person walks up.
Toya smiles.
Theo smiles at Talia.
My son is being forlorn, and I can't figure out why. I know it's his natural habit to be macabre, but then Cynthia just lifts his head and looks at him like, "You dick."
What's going on, Zedya? He'll sit down with everybody. He's sitting very close to Talia.
You feel Zinnia touch your mind. I'm gonna type you what he says. Then he frowns. Did you see what Zinnia said?
Yeah, he texted, he talked back to him.
Okay.
Since he touched his mind.
He frowns and sends that back to his mind. You hear a soft wolf-like grumble. He chuffs. And he'll just kind of shrug his wolfish shoulders. And he'll say, "I've learned in time not to disappoint myself. The heart wants what it wants, but the mind controls it."
But also, don't count your blessings short because you never know in life. Life is filled with uncertainties.
He'll shoot him back something in his head. He'll go back to human, snap his fingers, and point at him. Speaking of certainties, he'll just lay on his back with his fingers laced over his stomach.
Theo crosses his arms.
And growls. You must have been born when the moon was but a tiny sliver in the sky. You're all but a Ragabash, you know that, right?
Close, but not quite. He smiles.
And he'll smile at Aiden.
Aiden smile.
What do you do? Aiden O'Reilly. Other than sing with the voice of an angel.
I can handle myself well. I can more than handle myself with the sword. And I'm not too bad at just fighting with my hands either.
I meant more
That-
what you do. You keep yourself busy. Your hobbies, I think humans call them. I know I'm a warder, but
Well, I tend to watch a lot of Disney. That and Team 4 Star.
what's that?
It's a channel on YouTube. They pretty much make parodies of a lot of things. Mainly Dragon Ball Z.
Brow wrinkle. What's that?
It's it's anime. It's Japanese cartoon, although most people don't like it if you call anime cartoons.
Like Ranma 1/2?
So what?
Like Ranma 1/2.
Yes.
I like Ranma 1/2. 1 and 1/2. I don't remember. Like, Alexia is into anime. My twin is into anime? Yes, my twin is into this. He'll startle at Galax screaming.
See what I mean? It's
That cub is too loud. I'm going to rip his vocal cords out.
animated, but it's not cartoons.
He'll just put his forehead against his hands and rub. I need you to start making sense. Please.
But yeah, I pretty much watch Team 4 Star, and they make parody versions of that in a video game called Final Fantasy VII.
Can you use your small handheld device to show me this?
Yes, I can. That's actually smart. And he'll get his phone.
He'll go back to Lupus and trot over and lay down.
And he'll show him the first episode of the Final Fantasy one. Because that's the one about the video game, Final Fantasy.
Blink. So you live your life as these tiny humans.
I wouldn't say for me, I wouldn't say my entire life. For Calyx, probably.
So
Well,
so it is
and-
like you are becoming an avatar.
kind of, yeah.
Blink.
Although the avatar is different for every game. In some games, you have different avatars.
So
And games, you create your own avatar.
so you create a paragon version of yourself so that you can be the hero in this second life.
You know, that
Maybe.
sounds like a very accurate description. Actually, Theo says.
I know, right? I never saw it that way, but yeah, that's very accurate.
You know, I've never really been into video games, but God's idea.
I mean, I played one or two, but yeah.
Theo will nuzzle up against Tolia.
He'll wrap around him. So you use your little Weaver tablet. Does that mean that on some level of the cyber realm, the Paragon version of yourself is running around?
Repeat that?
The cyber realm is a realm of the Umbra. If you create these little avatars of yourself on this Weaver tablet, don't poke his nose, his phone with his nose. Does that mean that your little Paragon is running around the cyber realm?
You know, that actually could be a thing. There are countless realms.
He'll scratch his ear with his paw. Does that mean technically you could go to cyber realm and interact with your avatar, with your little Paragon? Toya just looks at him like, you ask the most egotistical questions.
Theo is just blinking and he's like really thinking about this. Like, wait,
He's a
this
ragabash.
actually could be right.
Ragabash.
And wait, if that's the case, and he'll look to Theo. Like, okay, some games you have the same character that kind of evolves and is drawn differently and, well, better as graphics get better. So if you go
Maybe
to
we're reliving their life, or we're living their life in a different realm.
Well, the roundabout thing that I was getting to a point of, Zinnia says, is can I literally tell people to go fuck themselves?
You know, eventually you probably can, because, wait, there's The Sims.
Toya curls back in his bag. Like, I did not beget this motherfucker. This wasn't, no, he just flapped, gone.
Till Theo's like, take me with you.
Zinnia smiles.
He's standing there with his mouth open. I'm gonna go and
Zinnia just did that. That was a far out of a way to go for a joke.
sitting there.
Aiden.
I think I'm going to go create a female version of me in Sims. Make her really, really hot. And then when people tell me to go fuck myself, I'll yeah.
Have you ever wanted to look at? Have you ever looked in the mirror and be like, I like that hot body I got. I would totally fuck myself.
I mean, I'm straight.
You can't say that you haven't ever felt a little bit like, I got a little tangle in my pants for myself.
I mean, I have been like, hey, I look good. Never been like, I want to fuck myself.
I think that takes a height of narcissism. You don't strike me as the type of person that has.
I never wanted to fuck myself. Maybe I'll just shrug.
You're definitely not Johan levels then. Thank you. Theo.
Zinnia growls and just kind of goes back to Lupus and like kind of puts his head between his paws. Like he basically just gives up. Like on trying to talk to Theo. It's like he feels like it's pointless.
That I know. I'm not going to mention.
Hmm?
Okay, forget. Have
Hey,
you ever heard of
Aiden.
role game?
I have
Yes?
a question for you.
Go ahead.
You've never had an attraction for a man whatsoever?
Not sexual, no. I mean, I've been like, hey, I want this guy looks kind of cool, and I want to have a drink with him.
Well, okay. Romantically, it doesn't always have to be sexually. There's
I mean,
asexuality as well, meaning that they don't feel an intense sexual reaction, but they romantically fall in love.
yeah, sure. Thank you. But no, I mean, even romantically. I'm not saying it will never happen, but I mean, for now it hasn't happened.
Tully will just roll
Also,
his eyes
Maurice-
and be like, you understand that there are some people who are on either end of the spectrum, guys. Not everybody is bisexual deep down somewhere. He'll just shake his head. There are, in fact, people who are straight and who are very gay. And he just shakes his head.
Theo like nods and he says, "I know this. But you're open to the possibility if things changed."
And for not, yeah. I
He
mean,
smiles.
Maurice kind of said I was straight as hell because he hit on me and it didn't really do anything for me.
Yeah, Toya just shakes his head and is like, Maurice is such a walking, and I love you, Theo, I swear to God, but he is such a walking slut factory that it is understandable how that may not be somebody's attraction to men upon first touch.
I mean, he's not wrong, and this is my papa.
Yeah, he'll
So-
shake his head. No, I won't. I'm not attracted to Reese. And I'm
But
attracted
yeah,
to everyone. I can always find a reason to find beauty in someone. Desire.
That's true. You found beauty in Caroline.
Oh, he'll shake his head. Stop. There's a line from a movie I actually really appreciate. Do you want to hear? Did you guys say yes?
Yes.
Okay. He said there's a line from a movie I very much appreciate. I've always appreciated it. I try to find something to love in. Hold on, I need to remember the line. I try to find something to love in everybody, even if it's a small thing. Something about the way someone smiles. There's always something. There has to be. I try to make myself generous. I do things I don't want to do. I think about what not to criticize, and the strangest things come back to me. And I think that's how I try to live my life, Tully will say. I try to make myself generous. I think that involving all aspects of love, when you shut off yourself to the possibility of Can I say something very, very controversial?
Theo nods.
This is just this character's opinion, by the way.
not gonna stop.
Be very clear about that this is just this character's opinion. He says, I find sexuality and the homosexuality and heterosexuality to be very akin to I need to think of how to word this. I find it to be on the same level as racism, as to why one will not be with someone of a different race. if you judge the worth of someone's love on something that they cannot control, like their gender or their sex, if you literally fall back on and insist that you cannot choose to love someone else because of biological factors, that is what people did during the time of separation. Whites would write off blacks as being inferior genetically to them, and that they could not be attracted to them or mingle their blood. Blacks would say that it was treacherous to their own people to weaken the blood, to go outside of their own, what the community referred to as beautiful culture, and that it was giving in to imperialism. And across the board and across many, many cultures, that's happened throughout time. People have literally come down to many reasons as to why they could not be generous with others involving love. And we fall back and say that sexuality is not a choice. I don't believe that for 1 second. You may be inclined to or lean into a certain gender, or you may have a preference. But to say that you do not have control over something so big, I really do have a lot of trouble swallowing that. I think that it makes people uncomfortable to consider straining their sexuality. And you know what? Not everybody needs to experiment or question. But I don't accept that it's not a choice. You've made a choice not to question it, or to explore outside of that. Some people, they choose that. And that's fine. But I never believe it's not a choice. I think that to do that robs humans of so much accountability and an agency. And I'll just shrug. I grew up in a society where being gay was literally a death sentence. And I wasn't allowed to make the choice to explore my own sexual identity. You could literally die, hung up in the square like an animal, for loving your own. So I don't want to hear about it. It's not a choice. And he just looks down. And Senya will look up at him. Like, Senya for a moment is actually very serious and froze his brow. And he'll just curl up in a ball.
Now, what you believe is up for you to decide, Bud.
I'm not gonna.
What is it you truly want, Aiden?
So I forgot I was muted. What I truly want,
He nods.
romantically or just in general, or what do you mean?
What you want in a person. Not in a woman, not in a man, in a person.
Someone that is, and he'll think. someone that can make me smile, someone that has a lot of personality, and I don't think no someone. Well, maybe not smart, but clever.
Theo grins.
Tully will shake his head and say, "Well, you described me, but I'm taken." He'll chuckle.
Theo just laughs and he's like,
and
well,
he'll say, and respectfully, you are straight.
Theo just laughs and he's like, well, Zinnia, he looks just like you anyways. And he laughs.
Zinnia is a walking wreck. And he'll just gently kick him with his foot. And Zinnia froze his brow. You need to learn to love yourself before you try to love someone else. He says down to him. And Zinnia's face falls. And he'll take Lupus and walk off. Tully will just look back to them.
Theo's brow furrows. Then he just smiles at Aiden.
It is his smile.
Ignore this one. Tap it like Theo with his foot. He's a meddler.
I am.
You probably ship him and Zinnia. And shakes his head.
I mean, did you see him with when he was a wolf? It was just adorable looking at them. I mean, oh, and he just laughs.
Wow. Wow. He just shakes his head.
I don't mind him getting cuddling, and I kissed Maurice the other day, but no, I mean
There is so much more to relationships and love than that.
Yeah.
You're straight, Aiden. You don't need to apologize for it. Don't shrug. But you are. It's who you are. And hopefully one day you find a very lovely woman who makes you happy and is clever and kind and makes you smile. My daughter was like that. Then she was murdered.
Theo
Right?
hugs him. It's like a side hug because he knows that he's over it, but he.
Yeah. I mean, is over it as somebody whose daughter died can be.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear.
It's fine.
He rubs his shoulder. But like Talia said, I'm a meddler. I don't know.
You're a meddler and a pusher, and I love it. Either way.
He'll kiss him. He'll give him a small peck.
Give him a peck. I think, speaking on the subjects of love, that Nikolai is interested in someone.
He is. He smiles.
Do you remember that elder, the Fenrir, that Alexei offended during the move?
Elias?
Him.
Oh my. That's very interesting. I think they would make a very unique couple.
Did you hear what Emil is going to howl? Actually,
No, I didn't.
this is going to be good. It is. Oh, apparently you were involved to a point over at Aiden. Apparently, the lot of you went out the other day and killed yourself 3 Octana.
Oh yeah, I have heard about that. And he looks at Aiden.
And unfortunately, the lot of you did it without questioning why they were doing what they were doing. So Alexei has to lead you merry band of adventurers into the land of the dead to hopefully find one of their souls so you can question. And apparently if he does it, the Alpha will recognize him as Adrin again. I have a bit of advice involving that situation, Aiden. It would do the lot of you well.
He'll look and listen.
Leave your reasons that it happened at home. And when spoken of it, apologize. Obviously, you did what you did for reasons. But the elders aren't happy. Now, I don't necessarily agree with what you lot did. And I know you have your reasons for having done it. But the problem is in that situation, it was a case of poor leadership. That's the reason it happened.
Who was the leader?
No one was leading it.
Mm-hmm.
There was no plan. There was no course of action to execute. And so when it came time for action to be taken, each person performed their own action. Chaos ensued, and in the end, he'll shake his head.
I'm surprised Veronica wouldn't have taken control.
Well, Veronica also just spent the last couple of days learning the error of her ways in that regards.
He nods.
But as I understand it, whenever they try to address the situation, the elders, they're being met with nothing but what they're now starting to see as excuses. So my best advice to you, Aiden, is if you are addressed on it, I would not bring your reasons to the table. I would be careful about it, diplomatic. I would offer apologies. Ask how to make it right. Acknowledge that it could have gone differently. If you do that, I think you're going to win points with the elders.
Actually, Veronica and I talked about it and talked about how things could have been handled differently. And agreed on how we could have handled it.
There is one very serious problem you lot face that I am aware that Antonio Sanfuegos, who is a judge of doom, is on. They're questioning right now if the lot of you violated the last law of the litany.
Dia chooses his lip.
You see what's the last law of the litany? Again?
You shall take no action to cause a Karen to be violated.
If that is the way it is judged, then I will take responsibility.
I managed to talk them. I managed to to assuage them away from respect the territory of another. That one I managed to talk them down from. There was also speak of that being put onto the table. But as of right now, they are questioning whether the actions of this party caused the Karen to be violated. I think they have sent out scouts to see the Karen, to judge if the actions that you took there, your pack, this untotemed pack, if they violated the last law. I know you had the best of intentions, Aiden. And I know that in the end you did save the Den Father. That is very, very important. My only concern and worry is that unfortunately, because of the execution of the mission, your heroism is not going to be recognized. And I know that it's not your fault. Nor is it Veronica's fault, nor is it Lash's fault, nor is it any fault of one who was there. Collectively, the blame falls across all of you. Things just could have been done differently, and it's an unfortunate circumstance. And what I'm hoping is that a lesson can be taken from this without punishment. I don't want to see you and a lot of you discouraged from taking action in the future. And I would love to see you, all of you, to receive what renown that you should be afforded from saving the Den Father. I know that the Den Father cares for you very much, Aiden. He always speaks so highly of you.
Yes.
He says one of his regrets is that you didn't come to him a cub, so that he could have been involved in your fosterage.
If I would have known him, I probably would have gone to him for my fosterage.
Such is life, though, isn't it?
Sorry, what was that?
Such is life, though, isn't it?
And helps well, and not.
You know, Toya.
He'll poke Theo in the ribs, and he'll say, "Wait. There's a song that reminds me of your brother, that reminds me more of you." You know that, right?
He blanks. What's the song?
He says this is an old song. And he'll smile. And he'll say, "You know it? It's a popular karaoke song. You can't hurry, love. No, you'll just have to wait. She said love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. How long must I wait?" You know that song? He'll smile.
He'll smile. He's like, I think I overheard it before.
That song reminds me of you. You always try to hurry love.
That's why I'm trying to take it a lot easier now.
And you're marrying your uncle.
He shrugs. He says,
Well,
honestly,
at least you know he'll be stable and supportive. Family often is. He just shakes his head and looks down.
and he'll like tease him and he'll say, once a Petrova, always a Petrova.
Oh, low. Oh, blow.
He does this fishy kiss towards him.
Low blow. Shake his head. Aiden, you fascinate me so, but you're so quiet.
No. I'm not always quiet. I think I heard things yesterday. I just heard bad news. Well, yeah, I heard bad news yesterday.
What was it?
And he'll look to Theo. You know that that changeling, that Fae I told you about, that I was in love with?
Yes, that Gildu.
And he'll nod. Turns out chances are she either doesn't care to see me again or is in danger.
Oh.
Why do you say that?
I asked Maurice. I was told he was probably the better one to go to, and he said,
You asked Tapuka?
Yeah, that's where you're okay. My father, he lies. That's kind of in his blood.
No offense, just they're not exactly known for their straightforwardness.
oh, okay. So maybe it's good news. I mean, what he said was that that it was easy for, he puts it like he's thinking. He did say that it was easy for her to find me. It would have been easy for her to find me.
So to translate, it's not that you have to flip it on its head and put it the opposite. It's that you have to think about what he was saying. He was misdirecting you.
Don't worry, I have problems whenever I talk with my papa as well.
And he'll nod.
Maybe what he was saying is that it's difficult for her to find you. That she may be looking for you, and you are hard to find.
Now, if you recall, Morgan said, according to ancient mythology, Gildu, it's easier to find someone when they are not looking for them.
And he'll nod. True.
Maybe you're focusing a little too hard, and that's why it's hard for her to find you.
And he'll nod. I mean, and he'll smile. I think I found something else to focus on, so I'm going to create a pack.
Toya looked hopeful for a second, then he looks down. Oh. Who will be in your pack?
For now, just, Lash, just for sure, and I'll make a Hal once we get together and have, at least a pack name and a totem that, we already know the totem will have, but once we have at least a pack name and that together I'll make hell looking for people. We'll be a rescue team.
You should talk to my son about being in your pack. That's what he does. And he is packless at the moment.
He'll nod.
If you need a pack Omega, especially, he'll smile. Alexi is, yeah.
He'll nod. I could see Lexi in our pack.
He and Lash will probably try to kill each other.
Well, then I'll have to step up and make them stop that shit.
And I see now we have a pack alpha.
Apparently. He'll smile.
I'll smile.
You know,
I love when you
there
chuckle.
is always
Oh my god, he grabs his arm. I love when you chuckle. It's so fucking hot. Go on.
he just pulls him in and kisses
Stop.
him, and then he looks
Stop.
over, and then he's like, okay. There is a right.
Look at my
It's
proto.
called Right of the Omega Wolf.
Oh
If
my god. Why did I teach you such things?
because you love me. He smiles.
You keep telling yourself that. Maybe one day.
And he'll smile. Like he's obviously going to make a joke. And he says, because everyone makes mistakes.
Theo pouts,
Okay.
and he lets go of Tolia, and he just like mopes, slowly walking away from him.
Why? Why do you do? I'm gonna set my T-Rex on you to bring you back to me.
He'll spin around and smile.
I'll
at him.
even really add insult to injury, and I'll send the T-Rex you brought me after you to bring you back to me.
Oh Lord. Spin, you're supposed to love me. Not like that.
I think you've already established that. I still can't believe you did that. Do you know how hard it was for me not to change your deed name to Gay for Pay? I almost did it.
Hey, but it got him in the mood and made him want to go to Susie, so there's that.
But, he looks at Aiden. What are you trying to say?
Only looking at Theo, then looking back at Tolia. I nearly did name him Cockblocker.
I would have appreciated that. I like your deed name. Where did you get it from?
Which one causes the heart to dance or fornicates with the bush?
Oh, Jesus. You'll just, wow.
I really enjoy Fornicates with the Bush. It's the perfect D name. Mwah.
It's also a double entendre.
I know.
Well, you have until Saturday to call me that.
I can call you whatever I please, just as long as I want. I'm Tolia Petrova.
The highest ranking Galliard there is. He smiles.
Just shrug. And you'll thank me for it. I'll just not. I'll let Silverfang coming out for a second.
And yes, I mean, the Aiden is smiling. I can call you whatever I want. I'm Tolia Petrova. Wow. That's the most Silverfang out of all Silverfang sentences.
I'll nod. I can't believe he just said that on game. I'll just smile at him.
Especially if I become step out. If I become back.
Did you just said if I become Sept Alpha?
No, I never said that. Go back.
I heard it too.
Technically, I said, but if I become Sept Alpha, you know.
Yeah. You're a little ahead of yourself there, aren't you?
I'll go let Emil know that you want to challenge him.
Challenge is the mighty, apparently. Look, I would die. I would die if you challenged him for alpha. Like, there is nothing saying you can't do it.
He pats his shoulders and he's like, "Good luck, Aiden. You'll need it."
Get myself into this. I have no one to blame but myself.
No, you don't. So you were saying,
if I become Pack Alpha, I'll have something else to focus on. I'll have a lot to focus on, and I'll have a lot to do.
he'll nod. And then Toya will look at Theo.
He was just grinning.
Where's your mate?
He'll text Emil.
Not that one. He'll slap his phone out of his hands. The girl one. The lady one.
Last time I saw her, she was running. He'll like pull out his phone again and he'll like text Jessica.
Not that one. He slaps the phone out of his hand. Jesus.
Oh.
Oh my
He
God.
thinks-
You fucking answered my question. Thank you. I was wondering if you were still with Nevi. I had to go through 2 lovers to get to her? That would answer my question. Thank you for letting me know you're no longer with her.
He blinks and then he looks down.
You don't go through.
Oh Lord.
That's a breakup at that point, okay?
Yeah. I'm terrible.
Oh my God. Can't believe you.
That is a bad.
Jesus, that organically happened beautifully. You know, look at Aiden. Would you like a nice, beautiful Fiona mate?
I usually try to get to know people before I mate them.
Okay. She is a very wonderful person. But she really wants a mate. I'm not that person for her.
You can't really pay her the attention she needs, can you?
No.
No. Maybe you should introduce
wants
her to
somebody.
Aiden. Your last name is O'Reilly.
Oh. It's perfect, Nevi O'Reilly. He holds on to Tolia and like laughs.
Her name is O'Reilly.
Her name is okay. Well, that's interesting. Her name is O'Reilly?
Yes. Would you like to meet her?
Why not?
He'll throw his head back and howl for her. Get your ass out here. Come on, girl. I'll be right back. Let me pee while she comes. No. There was no part of that sentence that was okay. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Talk.
So he just kind of looks over at him and he's like, she's a wonderful person. And then he'll like nod and be like, a wonderful person.
Going to P&E that shit. Oh wait, yeah. Not opening up, so Discord.
So you want to challenge my my uncle?
Shit, no successes on that P&E. Fuck. I am not challenging. How are you not a Ragabash?
Because spirits love me. You have no idea.
Are you saying you can't love Ragabashes? That sounds kind of mean.
No. They can love Ragabashes, but I love spirits way too much.
So you're saying that Ragabashes can't love spirits? It's the other way around.
Bitch! Just like-
So Nevi, her last name is Regan. That's right. Riley is the name of another character. Nevi will walk up, kind of her hands in her pockets. She'll look at Theo, smile at him.
He'll smile at her.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Nevi. He'll walk over to her and put a hand on on her shoulder.
Oh, she punches him. Whap! And she'll just smile.
He'll smile back.
Aiden has a huge smile on his face. I like her.
See, I told you you would. She's amazing.
She
Nevi,
just
this
punched
is
in the
Aiden.
face.
She'll look at him.
Hi, I'm Aiden.
Hi.
Good, Aiden. And he'll look at Theo and Talia. I'm Aiden O'Reilly. Pleased to meet you.
Neve. Neve Regan.
Mom, not.
Why? She'll look at Talia. Why? Oh my god.
I feel there's trickery going around.
She holds a hand up and then taps Theo like, hold me.
He'll hug her.
I need you to hold me.
He'll hold her and then he'll whisper in her ear and he's like, "Listen, I can always be your gay best friend."
Okay. She'll just go back in here.
So apparently they said you're looking for a mate, and I was like, yeah, I
Raise
don't
her
know.
hand, like, shut up, hold on. And she whispers to the fucking Theo. And she'll just blink at Theo. Blink, 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 blink.
He'll smile and then he'll whisper back.
Her eyes go wide. Oh my. Yeah. Okay. And she'll smile. She'll nod. Okay. Thank you. And she'll give me a kiss on the cheek.
And then he'll smile very, very big.
Keep your mouth shut, or I will sew it shut. Do you understand me,
Oh,
darling?
my lips are sealed, but I know what's
No,
going
no,
through
no,
your
no, no,
mind.
no, no, don't you dare. Shut up.
So I'm just gonna say that Asir has been there and just listening.
No,
the
I
whole
know.
time.
He's been here the entire time. We've been playing him as though he's still here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Asir's got his
No, no,
fist
no.
on his chin.
You have to
and he's
understand
just
something, Theo. You have to understand something, Theo. I still consider you my mate. We don't have to be together. That's fine. You don't have to. You can come around like every bit once in a while. It's okay. I don't need you to babysit me. I'm a grown ass woman, and I may find another mate, but we're still mates.
He smiles weakly.
Asir just chuckles
you
like,
like?
oh damn.
To howl out to the entirety of the sept that you're dropping your perfectly beautiful, fine, loving, sweet, well-bred mate.
No.
I didn't think so. And she'll kiss him softly on the lips, just a little. Anyway. Hi, Papa Toya. And he'll wave to her. Hi. Hi. So, I'm sorry, Aiden, what were you saying about a mate?
Look between Talia and Theo. This month was. Well, they were saying you were looking for a mate.
Another. Sure, fine. She'll shrug.
Oh.
Theo nods.
I have my eye on somebody else at the moment. But if you'd like me to consider you, I can see where things go with that.
Theo is grinning.
Seriously. Imagine Asir as Stephen Colbert with the 3D glasses and the popcorn. That's him right now. He's just like, oh my.
She'll actually turn to Theo, and she'll actually like kind of run her hands down his bicep and like his arms. Will you actually maybe spend the night at my house? If I could steal you for 5 seconds, darling.
He actually looks at her with a lot of love. And he says, of course.
Thank you. I know you've been working things out with Jessica, and that's fine. I don't care, whatever. But if you could come around house, it would be nice. I could make you dinner and...
Ooh, like the shepherd's pie you made before.
Uh-huh. And then afterwards...
He wiggles his eyebrows.
Yeah, he's like, I can assure you we're not going to play backgammon. And she'll tuck his hair behind his ear and smile at him. Anyway. And she'll toss her hair over her shoulder. And look back to Aiden. He's cute. He also looks like the kind of person who definitely needs a little more focus and attention on himself. And she'll nod. Also, he doesn't look like he's up for wild and insane threesomes/orgies.
Well, I could have had that
Tell
one
me,
better.
could you possibly
Look.
see yourself in the middle of an insane threesome or orgy?
Theo looks at him.
What was the question? I didn't hear all of it. You see?
Yeah, she says, Aiden, could you see yourself in the middle, participating fully in an insane threesome or orgy?
I mean, I nearly had one, but something happened. I looked at Theo.
Oh, she'll look at Theo.
You know, I didn't say that I was gonna do that. Like, wait, you want to do that? What? And he touches his chest. Like, what?
Oh, apparently.
I mean,
With Aiden, okay.
there was that one time, you know.
The seer blinks.
Apparently,
No,
he wants to have a threesome with me and you, Nevi.
I mean, won't
Not
say no.
tonight, but maybe later. Just shrug. Okay.
I guess I am kind of bi.
Toya goes, yes. And she'll pet Theo.
He smiles at her, pulls her in.
She'll put her hands on his face. No. You're cramping my style. Stop
He'll let
it.
her go.
Thank you.
Let it go, let it go.
You know, I tried so hard to accept Adina Menzel, and I know you're gonna get mad at me. She'll fucking look at Theo. Don't you dare get mad at me, though. I tried to accept Adina Menzel as the voice, the singing voice of Elsa, but the problem is that all I heard was Long Island, 40-year-old, not, a young Disney queen.
All
And
I
it
heard
mentally disconnect.
was the singer from Rent.
Right though.
Yeah, I had a very hard time. I don't. Yeah.
Like,
no.
I'm not saying that she didn't power the damn thing out. I'm not saying that it wasn't very impressive, but no, like she's a beautiful singer. I love her. When she was singing Michael Bublé with that whole rapey song, the Christmas one, it was amazing. Okay, it was great. But that, no, honey, no, Dina, no.
Yeah. No,
We could
I
have just
agree.
gotten the girl who did, what's her name? Leah Solange, the girl who does Jasmine and all them to do it. But as I understand it, you're a Disney fantasy? She'll blink at him.
He'll nod. Yes.
Oh, what's your
Theo is grinning.
She'll pat her eyelashes.
What did she say?
What's your favorite Disney movie?
Let's think about that for a second.
Toya shoves him off his lap.
Oh. What?
Theo walks a few steps away from Nevi and
Toya will rub his back and he's like, I have cancer, you were hurting it.
Whatever.
Shrug. And she'll just smile. So
He pouts at Toya.
what's your favorite? Hey, she'll snap her fingers at him. Look here. She'll point at her face to his ear. Look here.
Wow. Okay.
What's your favorite Disney movie? Hand of Assyria.
Theo walks beside Toya and watches.
Lady and the Tramp.
I didn't ask you for your autobiography. I asked you for your Disney movie, Hand of Assyria.
That is my favorite Disney movie, Lady and the Tramp.
Well, what's your second favorite Disney movie? She'll come a little closer.
I'll think. It's very hard.
She puts her hands behind her back, like she'll clasp her hands behind her back and smile. Little Miss Innocent.
He shakes his head like he doesn't trust that for a moment. No.
She just bats her
He'll
eye.
say, my second favorite Disney movie is
Fox and the Hound.
I like that one, yeah, but it's not my second favorite. I have to go with what?
What Steven said.
Pinocchio.
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 Okay. And she'll step a little bit closer. And what's your third favorite? I'm actually a little bit psychic. And I think I can tell you what your third favorite is.
Okay. Tell me.
Our finger will stroke the air. Like, come here. I'm gonna whisper it to you.
He'll go over.
You finally seen it.
Yeah, she whispers that to him. And then she does this.
Jaw drops.
And then she does this. There's a smile. That one. Yes?
That is definitely a contender.
Maybe you should come over tomorrow night and we should watch it.
He'll nod. Maybe I should.
Okay. Sounds fun. And she'll skip back over to Theo.
He'll open her arms out to her.
Yeah, she'll jump at them. Catch me, Patrick Swayze!
He'll catch her and be like, I'm your Veda.
You're my Vita!
So Asira's gonna look at Tolia like, can you please?
Talia looks at him and it's like, you're sweating. you just know you're sweating.
He'll shake his head.
My. The precociousness of kinfolk, huh? Talia will say.
Indeed.
I know, isn't she the best? He hugs her.
Well, I'm yours. Don't you deserve the best? And she'll stroke his cheek.
I certainly do, and he'll kiss her.
She'll kiss him back. And she'll go skipping off. Bye!
He'll blow her a kiss and he'll say, I'll see you later.
Just wave. Bye. Oh, you! She'll turn. Wait, Aiden.
Yes.
Don't touch my man without me being there. Unless you want to pull back a stump. And she'll blow a kiss at him. And skip off.
I wasn't going to turn. Okay. He'll catch the kiss. And like put it.
And then Theo smiles, and then he says, and now you know why I didn't do anything. He does this bow.
Sierra is just sitting there shaking his head, and he's looking at Talia like, Daddy, I need you, please.
He'll scoot over. He'll scoot over. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did a woman make your dick giggle?
Hold me, please.
He'll hold him. Just wrap his arms around him lovingly. Are you okay?
No, I don't know.
You are perfectly fine. You know you're going to be fine. And you're going to love the shit out of that movie.
Probably. For now. Hold me, Daddy.
He's holding him so tight. I love you, my precious baby boy.
Fucking Seer. God damn. This drama queen.
So, Toy will look at Aiden. What are your 3 favorite Disney movies?
I'll go through, or she's asking Aiden for his.
What are they at again?
So, I didn't get that. Sorry. Is he asking Aiden for his, or is he telling
Yes.
Aiden?
No, he's asking Aiden what his 3 favorite Disney movies are.
Treasure Planet, Fox and the Hound, Lion King.
Mine,
And right behind that is Lilo and Stitch.
mine is Lilo and Stitch. It's my first favorite Disney movie, without question. Then my second is Snow White. And then my third, because it's a classic and it's the first. And then my third, probably Princess and the Frog.
I don't know.
Well, mine is Hercules, Mulan, and Moana.
Nice.
You're shivering. How bad is here?
Theo smiles really big, and he says, I would say Anastasia, but that's not a Disney movie. And he smiles.
Now it is. He'll point at him. Technically.
Then that's number one.
That now. Do you need to go now? He'll say to us here. You go catch up?
No.
Okay.
No.
Making
No.
sure.
Mm-mm. I'll shake his head. No.
You need to be in the shelter of my arms.
I do.
Ah.
Yes.
I just died in your arms tonight.
Must have been something she said.
You should have walked away.
He turns Theo and glares at him. Fire bastard! Fuck you!
He's just grinning.
You know what I sang to Theo earlier?
What?
The song that all but describes him.
And which one is that?
You can't hurry, love. No, you just have to wait. She said, love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. You can't hurry, love. No, you just have to wait. Just trust in the good times, no matter how long it takes.
Wow. Wow.
It's a perfect song for me and Reese.
Not a game. I figure if people are watching this late into the fucking series, we can do whatever the fuck we want.
Right though.
Right?
They're here for
real.
This has
For
been
real.
like 3 hours so far.
God, I don't even care. I'm not doing anything.
No, this has been like 4 hours. God.
So yeah. Now I'm wondering what song I think of. What song for you?
Me.
Yeah, you. What song for Theo? I'm trying to think of what song reminds me of you.
Pretty woman. When you look back-
No!
Wow.
I'm a Barbie girl in a
Thanks for
Barbie
that.
world.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god! You know what? Sarah's gonna kick Theo. They're gonna take him. Kick him.
You know what song reminds me of you? Jokingly, Toya will say,
What?
"You change your mind like a girl changes clothes.
How?
You pee up like a bitch. I would know,
No.
and you overthink, always speak critically. I should know that you're not good for me. 'Cause
Hey.
You joke. You say that it's a joke, but actually,
I'm not.
Sarah just shake his head like, "Oh God."
You're hot, then you're cold. You're yes, then you're no.
I'm going.
You're in, you're
You're up and you're down.
He just like curls into Toya more, like.
There's always, I don't know much, but I know I love you.
Aw.
No, not that one.
No, fucking Adam Lambert's for your entertainment.
Oh my God, no.
God.
What?
You know, that song does definitely fit us, but
That is. Oh my God.
Aiden is grinning.
I know what song reminds me of you. This song's not in my range at all, but I'll do it anyway. He'll smile and he'll say, fuck, I can't sing this song well, but I'll do it anyway. He'll say, watching every motion in my foolish lover's game. On the sinless ocean, find me lovers, know no shame. Turning and returning to some secret place inside. Watching in slow motion as you turn around and say, take my breath away. And he'll smile.
So, I see her. Like,
Yo.
no, he actually like tears up because Emil's singing that song.
He did. That was not a mistake.
When she starts singing that, Aiden puts AV glasses on.
Oh my lord.
But so just
But no, Sarah will actually tear up and smile. That's really funny because that's the song that Emil sang to me the other day.
Oh my.
Theo smiles at that.
And the word is homoflexible, Aiden? Just look at Aiden. Not bi.
Heteroflexible.
Heteroflexible? No.
Hetero.
That's right. It's hetero.
You are homoflexible. I don't know what, I don't even know.
You're a fucking hot wreck, but I love it.
I'm just sexual. That's it. Like, general.
Yeah, you'd probably, you would probably fuck a paper bag if it was warm and wet. I'm just saying.
I almost had a T-Rex fuck me. I mean,
Oh God, Toya just face bumps.
No, from what I hear though, that T-Rex is very not gay. Not even for pay. Nope.
Not even for pay.
Not even for pay.
I saw a few spirits looking at me the other day. Maybe I'll try
Susie-
something later.
Susie really, seriously, no, but really is trying to eat him. Trying everything I can. I think we need to take them to T-Rex therapy.
So
Why
I
does
Enzo look
he not like him?
I don't know. She won't tell me. Why don't you ask her?
You
He'll open the
know,
bag.
why not? I will ask her.
Oh my God, I can't believe you're doing
He's
it.
Uh-oh.
he's gonna climb in the bag with Susie. He'll look at her.
He comes over and crouches down, purrs, looks at him.
He grabs her. He like, presses his hands against her muzzle and scritches.
So Mel, purr, 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 purr.
Oh, Susie, I have a question for you.
Chirp.
Why don't you like the boy T-Rex that was brought for you?
she snorts and says he's too small.
Are you serious?
Theo hears this because he's probably right next to the bag, and he's like, "I told you I should have got the giant one. Told you guys."
He is still a juvenile. He needs to grow.
Oh, okay.
He is too small. He is not
Then
strong enough to be my mate yet.
Yet, but you will. Okay. So when he grows, you will be okay.
Maybe. I'm
Oh
not.
no.
If he grows strong and romantic, maybe.
Okay. He'll kiss her muzzle.
She'll nuzzle his face.
He'll climb back out of the bag.
I wouldn't have turned down Theo though.
I'm very sure you wouldn't have. So
He'll just curl up and snarl at the little T-Rex. Don't touch me.
the little T-Rex is like huddling in the corner, just whimpering, like, I don't know what to do.
So
And Nasir will climb back out of the bag and he'll look at everybody. He has to grow up first. He's too young.
Isn't that often the problem with most women involving men?
Indeed.
That's how my T-Rex is a
Look,
typical lady problem.
I'm 53, I think. Isn't that how old I am?
You know what? You forget after 50. I'm there with you.
I'm yeah, and still sometimes have some growing to do with women when it comes to, I just started with women though, so do I get a pass?
You have not had the best experience with women. I am not going to lie. He'll shake his head.
No.
No.
I know the best experience with women you can get. And he points where Nevi walked away.
Actually, no. The best experience with women I'm getting is my wife. Thank you very fucking much.
Oh, that's true. Oh, sorry.
The one that you're also in fact, we're going to leave it at that.
Yeah, and Sierra's just glaring at Theo like, are you serious right now?
You're going to tell her, aren't you?
He smiles and he's like, maybe it's wishful thinking.
You shovel hole deep.
I really think that you should probably take your foot out of your throat because you're choking on it, and I'm going to take it and shove it up your ass.
I'm dying over here. Out of game.
He's like bright red and he's just like shaking his head.
Well, I watch out, he might like it. So, Theo, I know that you're like have unicorn spirit heritage, but I'm also pretty sure if you go down the line, there's also rabbit there.
know what? There probably is. Maybe that explains my stamina. He just laughs.
Wow.
Out of character, you should totally have rabbit spirit heritage.
You know what? Maybe at some point that'll be a thing.
I have things I have to do. I'm actually in the middle of making a fetish.
Oh, right. I know you taught me the right, but I was gonna ask for your help on doing it. And he holds out the necklace. Isir probably knows that it's the necklace Jessica gave to him.
What
Mhm.
do you want to turn that into?
I'm not sure exactly yet, but
Well, you need to purify it first.
I was thinking about using the water from Unicorn's shrine and running the water over it.
How odd. It's not a bad idea. Why don't we go work on that?
He nods and he walks with Toya.
Toya will give Hasir a kiss before he walks off.
He'll kiss him back and he'll pout at him.
What? Why?
I don't know.
You'll be
I'm
free
still-
tonight, won't you?
Yes, I should.
Well, you know where to be.
Yes.
Only grin at him.
Oh, grin.
Before you go, Theo,
Blink, blink. Yes.
what's what's the name of the girl that was there before?
Nevi.
Maybe.
Nevi. What's Nevi's favorite Disney movie?
He smiles. Out of character, she did tell him that. I just don't remember in character, or I don't remember out of character. But she did tell him, didn't she?
The Beast.
Yeah. Beauty and the Beast.
And her smile. Okay, noted.
Eidetic memory. It saves my life all the time.
Asir looks disappointed that they told him the truth.
No total remembers their groove, but no, you had to go with the truth. Okay. Just
I'm not a ragabash.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. You don't have to be a ragabash to be. Never mind. You know what? He'll just
You know
pat
what?
you.
Nope. Not even.
He just points and he's like, "This is just me proving my point. Somebody was questioning why I was a theurge."
Oh my god. Just spank him. Hand, butt, meat, pop. Come on.
He walks with them. He
I'm
whimpers a
gonna
little
go,
bit.
I'm gonna go find a meal. And Asir walks off.
Oh, poor Aiden.
Okay.
Theo yells and he's like, "Go see if Nevi wants to watch a movie with you or something. I'll see her later today."
I'm doing that tomorrow, you asshole. Bye. Right now, I'm gonna go find my other mate.
I'm talking to Aiden.
Also, I don't know where Eddie
Keep it in
is
your
right now.
pants.
I don't have her.
He'll shake his
I'm with
head.
Eddie to the big Kevin. What? Where can I find her?
You can figure that out.
Information.
Wait, what was that?
That's privileged information.
You can figure it out. It can be your little journey. A journey of self-discovery. You just
Journey of
laugh.
self-discovery and love. So somebody
Oh yes.
just kind of like stumbling by and she'll stop and look at Aiden. Blink, blink. Oh, hi.
Hello?
Just smile at him. What's your name?
Aiden O'Reilly.
Aiden O'Reilly. That's a nice name. My name's Carmen.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Listen, I'm a little lost around here. I came to visit my friend Maurice, but he's been really busy. And I don't know, I kind of feel like I may need somebody to show me around.
Sorry, what was that? I didn't get that. The last part.
What's that again? she said, I just need somebody to show me around.
Kind of new here, but I guess I can show you around.
I mean, then I guess we can discover things together.
And he'll nod. Sounds good.
And she'll smile. And she'll take his arm. Thanks.
Okay, well, and he'll just go, let's go. And he'll kind of prance over to, well, somewhere on set.
She'll
don't know
nose and
communicate.
prancing, and her nose will wiggle, and she'll prance too.
Where do you want to go first? Wait, what do you want to discover first?
I have no idea. I'm not Garu. I'm a Fae. I'm a satyr. Do you know what that is?
Not really, no. Well, I mean, I heard of sages in mythology and stuff, but they're Fae?
Yes.
Okay, what are you guys about? Like, what dreams are you about?
About passion. Freedom.
That is really, really cool.
When I was a little girl, when I was in Cuba, so I'm Cuban, and when I was a little girl, I actually used to lead rebellions until not against the government. They imprisoned my father when I was little, and they tied him up, and they used to make the ropes tighter and tighter. So my dad had like this really bad limp. And when I instead of going to high school, because they wanted me to go to high school so I could become a doctor, because I'm really good at medical stuff, but whatever, it doesn't matter. And so they took my father for being a dissenter, and they put him in prison. And I had crystallized like a little bit before that. So I had like all this passion in my heart, and I just decided that the regime was fucking bullshit, and the people needed to just fight against the communism and what they were doing and how they had become worse than the Baptistes. And I led a rebellion and got kicked out of Cuba for it. When I was 15, they put me on a plane and sent me to Brazil, and just smile.
So you led a rebellion.
Just a little one. A couple thousand people, whatever.
You just earned yourself a few points in my book.
Aw, thank you. I'm flattered. She smiles.
So, well, let's go where I stay. Well, where I stay. The place I am most of the time. Let's go. And he'll go to like where the
Let's go. And I think that's a good place to end our scene.
Yay!
Bye, people.